This is Vaishali Siddhappa and welcome to my channel, which is Complemental Economics. Today's class, it's about investment function from the same chapter, determination of income and employment. So let's see what is the question. The question is, explain the investment function with the help of graphs. This is one of the 4-mark questions from the PU government. So before going through a graph, first of all, you have to understand what is investment is all about. The investment means it's an addition to the stock of physical capital. What is the meaning of physical capital? The physical capital means the goods which you can touch and feel, you can see, those called as physical capital. Whenever any company, any firm, anybody is going to invest, they are going to invest on those goods which is durable. For an example, it can be machineries, it can be buildings, roads, any of these kind of things. Whenever we do investment on just like machineries, buildings, roads, transportation, etc. like this, our future productive capacity is going to increase. See, if you have a building, your roads, it can be machineries, it is not a perishable good. It is definitely a durable good. So you can use multiple times. So not only right now, for the future also you can use. So for an example, if I am constructing a home for my own self, it is an investment for myself, it's a private one. So is it a durable or perishable? Definitely it is durable. So that means my children and grandchildren, so they can use this home. So for the future sake, the same way, whenever anybody is going to invest on an economy for the sake of machineries, buildings, roads, it increases the future production capacity, because in the buildings you need a building to produce, you need a machineries to produce anything, you need roads for a transportation. So these are all called as investment, a physical capital. And when it comes to the last point, it changes the inventory. What is the meaning of inventory here? Let's talk about what is inventory. So in the previous chapters, we have already discussed about inventory in the 2nd chapter of Macroeconomics, National Income Accounting. Inventory means the goods which already produced, but we couldn't sell it in this particular financial year, that is moving to the next year. So the goods which we are not able to sell in this year and in moving to the next financial year, that is called inventory. Inventory is really important. So even that inventory is finished goods, the stock of that also going to increase. You can see this, the last point. And the next, when it comes to investment, whenever you produce machineries, goods, you construct a building, so definitely it doesn't comes under intermediate good. It always comes under final goods. The goods are already ready, got produced. So we consider that as a final good. We do not consider that as an intermediate good. What is intermediate good? The intermediate good is nothing but raw materials. The raw materials which we use it, that can be called as an intermediate good, but machineries, buildings, this comes under final goods. Whenever we invest anything on any business, anywhere, we always primarily we always think about the rate of interest, because when you're going to invest on anything, at a moment, for an example, I want to invest on one of the building, one of the property. Do you think I'll be having like 50 lakh, 60 lakh together in my bank account? Definitely not. Sometime yes, sometime it won't be possible to get the money as a saving. So in that case, what we're going to do is, we're going to borrow money from somebody else, lending. So we're going to borrow money from banks or anybody else. So when you're going to borrow, the first things what comes to mind, what is the rate of interest? If the rate of interest is high, if the rate of interest is really high, so definitely you feel like not investing right now, because the rate of interest is so much, paying interest, it will be quite difficult. So definitely investment is going to be less. If rate of interest is less, so that time rate of interest is less, that is a most attractive thing for any person who want to invest. So he is going to invest more. So that's the reason most probably you have seen banks, any of the bank these days, whenever they give any kind of advertisements about them, how they're going to come with an advertisement like this is the bank and this is the interest rate what we are providing for these kind of loans. So when you see the interest rate, you will be attracted and you're going to borrow more money. So this is the way whenever you're going to invest, the so many things influences, but maximum primarily the things which influences you, that is rate of interest. If the rate of interest is more, investment will be less. If the rate of interest is less, so then investment is going to increase. And the next point we have to talk about ex ante. What is the meaning of ex ante? The ex ante investment, in this case, the ex ante means the plan which we have already done. See, executing part and the plan part, it will be very much different. For an example, I just think that today I was planning to go to KRS. So all of a sudden the plan got changed. After moving to the half the way, I deviated myself to some other place. So the plan which I have done, that's called as ex ante. The things which is executed, the actual thing is called as ex post. So in this situation, you can see ex ante investment. So this particular topic which we are going to talk about, the investment function, we are talking about ex ante investment demand. So ex ante investment demand means we are not talking about the actual investment, we are talking about what we have planned first. For example, I planned for investing 10,000 rupees. In actual, I invested 12,000. The actual investment what I have done, that's called ex post investment demand. The plan what I have done, I was thinking to invest 10,000, that's called ex ante investment. So this can be represented by one of the equation, so that is I is equal to I bar. So why we are thinking only I bar? Because it is autonomous investment. In this particular investment function, we are considered that autonomous investment. We are not talking about induced investment, we are talking about only autonomous investment. I hope you guys remember from the last topic, which is consumption function, I have discussed autonomous consumption and induced consumption. So the autonomous investment, that means the investment which is not dependent on income. The investment which is not dependent on income, so that's called autonomous investment. So in this particular investment function, we are talking about only autonomous investment, not about the induced investment. So that's the reason why I is equal to I bar is the equation. And the next one here, the graphical presentation of investment function. You have the x-axis and the y-axis. This is the income, this is the investment, this is the y is nothing but the income, I is nothing but the investment. So let's construct autonomous investment. So now you can see the blue line on x-axis and the y-axis, the straight horizontal line. The straight horizontal line which is parallel to horizontal axis, which is I bar. I bar is nothing but the autonomous investment. Autonomous investment, it is not influenced by income. So it is constant rate, as you already aware in the consumption chapter, consumption topic. It is completely autonomous, it is not influenced by the income. So that's the reason it is constant. That's the reason why we have a straight line, horizontal straight line, which is parallel to x-axis. I hope you understood this topic. So if you want to understand this particular topic better, you have to see my previous video, which is consumption function, because I've already explained what is autonomous in it. So if you understand what is autonomous, it will be easy to understand. At the same time, why it is constant, the I bar is constant. To understand that also, you have to see my previous video, in that autonomous consumption was constant. Why it was like that? After seeing that, you will get to know. So thank you so much. I hope you understood. Please subscribe and share it. Thank you so much.